And people, even at an older age, can get acne, like
Hmm.
zits, all that kind of stuff. And you're like, really? I thought this was like a
Nope.
teenage thing.
Also
Why the
happened to
heck am I?
me.
Yeah, why am I still getting zits? Or
Yep.
it's crazy. But like, I think it's also interesting how many things you can do to your skin now, right? Like with facials and stuff. I remember you just get a facial. I don't know. It was just like rubbing some shit and that's it. Now I look at the menu. I don't know what any of
Yeah.
these things mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Hydrofacial. Hate
Hydrofacial.
that.
Okay, what the fuck
Oh, have you never
is
had one?
no? Explain to me what it is.
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't either.
it's glorious. Only because I also like to pop pimples. So for me, it's like
I
a
love watching
me too.
those types of videos.
No. Oh,
Hell yeah. I
Yes.
there's this really cute dermatologist,
Yes.
Shah,
Yes. He's
and
married to a Bengali girl.
yes, yes, big up to that.
Hmm.
And I love watching those videos where he's like commenting on the
As
skill
it
set of
happens.
somebody. I'm like, tell me more.
Yes. Well, anyway, hydrofacial, they use like a little suction and water to clean out your pores. So it's like a deep cleanse, but it's like water, like things of, I don't even
So
know.
there's something that they go around, like I've seen some videos of it.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, like a nozzle, and the water goes out, and like when you do a deep carpet clean with water.
Oh,
I think it's the
that
same thing, just on your
yeah.
face, and then you can see at the end how much dirt comes out of your face because it collects
Huh.
because it goes through a tube and it collects in a little container. Yeah.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Is
There's a
it
lot of
like
shit on your
dirty?
Mm.
face. Huh?
So
Yeah.
even it's like the water's dirty.
Yeah, because even though you wash your face twice a day or whatever it is, there's still residue and there's still stuff like really deep inside. And my skin has so changed. Like the texture of
Really?
my skin has changed from doing that.
The last time I did a facial was that's how long ago. Like I never get facials.
So
Same.
do you know how they have like Massage Envy and those places where you
Yeah.
can be a member? We have a place here called Face Foundry.
Ooh.
You might have something, but it's just for facials. All
Yeah,
like
I'd love
different
something like
facials.
that.
And it's like $75 a month and it takes care of a facial and an upgrade or something to add to it. So I'll do like a dermaplane with a hydrofacial or something.
Okay, and then what's a dermaplane? Because I've seen that a lot too.
That do you know what dermaplane is, Maya?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Where they like
exfoliating with a little blade.
Oh,
it's
I know
shaving your
exactly what.
face,
Yeah, I know
basically.
exactly what you're talking about. I didn't realize that's what dermaplane
But it's tiny
is.
strokes and it actually like takes
Like
dead
dead skin.
skin and
Yeah.
your
I
moch and everything else.
I came and cut my face on my birthday from dermaplaning at home.
Because you can buy those like little blades, like those Asian blades.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've never tried it myself.
Mm-hmm.
My mom used to actually use those blades for her eyebrows.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she would
Oh,
like do her eyebrows with it.
I'd be so scared of chopping my
I've done
lashes
it.
That's
off.
why
Like
her
in the
eyebrows is
pandemic.
like skinny because there's like nothing left. She probably shouldn't be using those.
No, in the pandemic, I ordered some. That's when I started using it because I didn't go
Interesting.
threading.
I used something else. It was like, God, they used to always have like the ads would pop up. It's like a little
Oh, the
mechanical thing.
zzz.
Yes.
Yes, with the
It was
light.
great. Yeah.
Yeah,
It worked really well.
$20 at Target.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, I haven't done any of those things. And then um I have friends who like have been doing Botox, for example, and everyone's like, you got to start early. Like, don't wait till you're 50.
Yeah, it's too late.
And I'm like, I haven't done any of that yet. Like, I want to. Like, I absolutely will. There's no question. I will be taking care of all of that shit.
Yes,
But I
but you
haven't
should start
started.
now.
I know, but I'm
Yeah.
That's like
like,
where? I guess here,
yeah,
here.
because like, are you supposed? I guess like, what are we trying to fix here? Like, or do you just do it proactively before you get? A lot of people say that you have like the 11s or something they call it.
A
Yeah,
lot of
those.
people get a lot of lines and things, and also the
Yeah.
lines that go this way. I've had Botox. So I had it for my forehead, and also I grind my teeth a lot. So I
Yeah.
had it for my cheeks, and it really, really, really helped.
For
I mean, that
what?
was
To
How does
stop
I
it help?
grinding.
grind like because it relaxes the muscles, so you don't clench your jaw. Because I clenched my jaw
That's
to
what
the
I
point
do.
where I just get
Hurts.
so sore. Yeah. And even sometimes when I'm chewing or if I'm opening my mouth to eat, I
Yeah,
can
I get
feel that
that.
it's
It
hurting, that
clicks.
it's clicking.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
didn't
yeah,
know that.
Oh, there's a lot of like even for sweating, right? They'll say you can do Botox, like if your feet sweat or
No.
yes,
mhm.
My moch sweats all the time.
get
but
one here.
I
And
could get
then it'll be
Botox right
like
here.
frozen.
but then you'll have no expression at
So
all.
that's the part. Like I also think you have to go to people that know the art of Botox because I mean, it's so obvious. Like especially the celebrities, you're like, I don't know who
Yeah.
you're going to. It
Everybody
shouldn't look
looks
this
like
bad.
Donatella Versace
Yeah.
if it's a
The
bad job.
the other one is like lip fillers or fillers, right? That too. Like it looks really good on certain people and others you're like, what the heck did you do to yourself? Like it just doesn't look
Yeah.
right. Um but I'm just like, doesn't that hurt? Is that
Does
It
it
also
hurt?
does,
like a
but
shot?
it's a shot. It's basically like a bunch of little shots where they put little
Ew.
tiny bits of hyaluronic acid, which your body produces as well, into the pockets of your lip to reshape it. Um,
Oh. It's
yeah.
not like one needle going,
No, no, no. It's like a whole bunch, and they fill up your lip from different angles. Some people get it done like up top to have a more projection. Some people get it like it's just whatever your aesthetic is, right?
so it doesn't hurt.
It does hurt. It hurts like
Oh,
a
like a
bitch.
tattoo. Oh, worse.
Mm, it's probably worse.
I mean,
A
if you think
tattoo
about
feels like a cat scratch. It feels more intense because I feel like, mm, yeah, because you can see it too, right? It's
yeah.
on your, yeah. But they numb your lip, so it's not that
Oh.
bad. And sometimes they put a little, it's sort of a vibrating kind of a wand they put on a different side of your face to kind of distract you. Um,
Oh.
yeah, but I think the key again, like you said, is to have a doctor that's
Mhm.
conservative and who knows your face. I mean, I had a doctor in New Jersey who if I would just go and I'd be like, "What do you think? Can I go get more fillers?" And he would just be like, "I'm not touching your face." And
Okay.
I have a doctor now here in LA who also he's really conservative and he's like, "Come back in 6 months and we'll revisit this again.
That's
You're fine
good.
right
Yeah.
now."
Well, and the thing is these things are expensive. None of this is usually it's not
Mhm.
covered by insurance or anything. So
Right.
you're talking like a Botox shot is hundreds of dollars probably each session.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
between $500 to $800.
For one session?
Yeah.
For your
Damn, girl.
lips?
The lips cost about
That's a filler.
$800.
100?
Yeah.
Dang.
But it
I'm
lasts
okay
like
with my
6 months
tushy
to a
booty
year.
lips when I'm
Like,
older. Forget that.
yo, that is a lot of money.
Yeah.
The other thing that's been really blowing up, and I'm sure it's all across the country, there are a lot of like K beauty spas opening up around here, and people are like,
Oh.
"Yo, that's the best thing ever." And then again, just like how we talk about in Taka, like if you go there, everything's so cheap. They're like, you have to go to Korea. All these services are like half the price,
Mhm.
but you can get amazing stuff done. You just go to Korea and get it all done.
Oh,
Or
in Korea. Not like
but
a
I'd do
now
Korea
that.
they're
town.
opening but they're now opening all these spas, or I shouldn't say spa, but whatever they're called, K-beauty places, and doing the same services. So it's not exactly
Yeah.
like plastic surgery type of things, but like all kinds of like facials and other things that help you look younger and like all
The
like,
glass
the
look.
K-beauty stuff is like amazing right now, right? Like everyone talks about it. But yeah, apparently it's like way cheaper to do it in Korea.
I saw someone um, paid like $1,000 less to fly to Turkey, stay there, and get their hair extensions done than it costs here.
That is
Extensions
ridiculous.
Turkey's
or
known
like
for
those
all the hair
or
extensions and
those
like
hair.
yeah,
Really?
implants. Yep.
Interesting. That's like when
Everybody
people
Girl
used
or
goes to
to go.
Turkey.
boy?
It was like some woman. It was like on social media.
Oh, I know. I
But I've
need
heard
that
people
so
from like
bad.
Dhaka go there and they get their
Huh.
implants and everything's done in Turkey.
Well, that's like people going to Brazil for like
BBLs,
implants. What is BBL?
Brazilian butt lift.
Ah. Yeah, I mean, people are going all over the place to like find the deals. Or some people go to different countries for like dental work too because it's
Yes.
cheaper.
I
Yeah.
mean, people here go to Dhaka for dental work, like when they
Mm-hmm.
go back. Like new teeth. My parents did that actually
Yeah,
after
my
they
mom too.
retired. Like
Really?
new set of
It's
teeth.
cheaper to do it there. Like I just would be
Much.
like, I don't trust some random dentist in Bangladesh, but why shouldn't
No.
we? They probably
I have some great,
they
great dentists there.
yeah,
Mm.
interesting. But yeah, it's just like, it's such a big industry, the whole beauty industry.
Mhm.
And it just spans from so many things.
Inside out, you can do anything.
And it's all based on this notion or perception that, we're not good enough. Isn't that
Oh yeah.
crazy? Like we've literally created this monster because we believe these things.
I mean, if it's $700 to fill my lips, I'm good.
That's a
I don't
lot.
know.
Even if it's every six
Really?
months, that's like a 14, 1500 bucks a year.
I think it's
I
worth
mean,
it. I
if it
mean,
was like to,
I had no top lip. Remember, I showed you guys a photo.
You
yeah,
did not.
I
They
feel
look
like it
very
did.
good.
I
It was
guess.
worth it
Now
for
they
you.
do.
It
Now
was
they
worth it
do.
for
I mean,
you.
if
I
they want to
agree.
take cellulite out, like if they want to take things out, I might pay
Yes,
for that. Maybe.
that's well, actually, speaking of cellulite, that just reminded me of the whole Ozempic, Manjaro, and all that phenomenon right now too. Um, it's crazy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to be on it. Like, guys, it was meant for like legit diabetes patients, and
I
now
take it.
everybody, yeah, but you have the beatus. Well, yes, you
I
do.
do have the
The
beatus.
beatus
Yeah, we always
is a
say the
Yeah,
thing.
beatus, the
it's called the
beatus.
beatus.
And that's completely legitimate, girl. You should be on it. But what the heck? There are so many people that have found loopholes and are on it. And
Mm-hmm.
this is a great question
Not
to
even
ask.
loopholes. People are paying out of pocket
Yes.
$1,200 a
And my
month.
question is, what do you guys think about, how do you feel about like people getting on this to lose weight versus trying to lose weight, naturally or however way?
So I'll say I didn't have Ozempic, but over the last year, there's a combination of um, an antidepressant and this thing they give addicts to control cravings. It's a combination. There's been a lot of research or whatever that has helped me. Like you have to do everything else. You have to work out, you have to eat right,
Yeah.
and all of those things. But that is like a little boost from a medication perspective to help. I lost like almost 40 pounds in a
Wow.
year.
That's
Hmm.
wow,
That's
that's a
awesome.
lot.
Yeah. But I don't think I would have done it.
If you didn't have something to like help support it. I
Hmm.
think the part that like is challenging is if you are then off of an Ozempic or some sort of medication that's helping, then what happens? Like, can you be on this forever to
Or
like
should you be?
maintain it? Like, I don't know what like antidepressant. I think that you can be on it forever, but like an Ozempic, are you supposed to be on it forever, Maya? Like, how does that work?
Well, here's what I got from my endocrinologist. So, the Ozempic for me, it helps me be insulin sensitive because so I'm a type 1 diabetic, and without the Ozempic on a daily basis, just to maintain my regular food, even if I'm eating low carb or whatever, I would need to take about 100 units of insulin, which is crazy. Like 100 units of insulin per day
Wait,
is
hold on. Explain
it's
this. Insulin what? You're not insulin resistant? Or
I
you're
am.
insulin? You are.
Well,
She's
I
type one.
insulin. I'm type 1, so my pancreas doesn't produce insulin. So I need to
Oh,
have exogenous insulin to support my organs
got it.
whenever I eat and all of that. So I saw that before I was on Ozempic, I would have to take about 100 units of insulin just to survive and just go about my regular day. When I'd be on my period the week before, it would be even more. So, one, insulin prices are crazy. Two, insulin, there's a shortage. Three, all of this insulin in your system is also, I mean, I don't know, this could be my opinion, but I feel like it it changed how I saw myself, and I think also how I felt. I felt puffy. I didn't feel as good.
Oh,
But since I've been on Ozempic, I've been on it for what, a little over a month now. My insulin requirement has gone down about 50%. So now
Wow.
I can eat exactly the same things, but I'm needing 50% less insulin, which means that I feel better. I feel, and I also have less risks of going low from having too much insulin in my system because that could kill you. So for
Wow.
me, the weight loss, which to be honest, I haven't seen the scale move too much, but more than the weight loss, the insulin resistance going down has been a huge game changer. And
wow.
to what you were saying about people using things like Manjaro and Ozempic
Mm-hmm.
and medication for weight loss, even ones that are meant for diabetes, I think that if it helps you reach your goals,
Yeah.
if that's what you're looking to do, because these medications also help mediate other issues that you might have, like
Yeah.
it lowers your
Mental
risk
issues and yeah.
for
Yes.
also your cardiovascular issues.
Mm.
So looking at it in like a holistic kind of a way, if it helps you, I say by all means go
There's
for it.
before Ozempic became real big, metformin was another diabetic medication that people would take to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
And then recently I heard like some studies have shown that it's actually a medication that'll help you technically could help you live longer because it
Wow.
not just from an insulin
Yeah.
perspective, but it like balances out a whole bunch of other shit. And it's
Mm-hmm.
actually really good to
And
take
it
it.
lowers your inflammations. It's also
Yes.
it's a good medication to be on. I was on insulin. I was on metformin. I'm still on metformin,
Okay.
and even then, it was really hard for me to
So
lower
you're
my
taking
daily.
both?
Yeah, I take metformin and I take Ozempic.
And I mean, again, like you're going to a doctor, you're being treated by a professional,
Yes.
and it's meant for your patient type. Um, I just wonder about some of the long-term side effects for individuals who don't have any of these,
Issues.
challenges or disease, and they're taking it just for losing weight. And at
There's
what and like
definitely
how
a
long can you keep taking it if you don't have the other issues?
There's a lot of risks associated with it as well. Like
Yeah.
there was one study that said that it heightens your risk for having medullary cancer, like thyroid cancer.
Whoa.
Mm,
According to my endo, she said for myself, most likely, I'll probably be on a maintenance dose of Ozempic, just like I am with all my other medication. Let's say, like, I get to that point where I'm at my goal weight, or, I'm happy with everything the way it is, or it's not messing with my endocrine system too much, then I would be at a maintenance dose.
Could you
But
ever
I know.
just come off of it?
I
No.
think what I've read is that if you come off of it, a lot of people do gain the weight back.
that's the part that like,
Yeah.
that's what sucks is you can't
Yeah.
if you can't be on it forever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the typically, I mean, this is even with all these crazy diets, right? Whatever you do, if you don't maintain it, which is
Yeah.
so hard to do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it comes back and it comes back worse. I
Hmm.
think that's the part that's, I mean, God, at the end of the day, it's all like in your mind, right? I mean, it's like motivation
And
and
it's just calorie
so
deficit.
hard.
But that is the hardest thing to do.
Like the simplest formula,
Yeah.
eat, eat,
Eat less.
Eat
eat,
less, move
eat
more.
less, burn more. It
I mean,
just,
even if you burn a shit ton,
yeah,
if you're not putting and you eat less but highly like dense caloric food,
yeah.
it doesn't matter. Like people
Well,
can run their asses off and never actually
yeah.
lose a ton of weight.
I mean, you guys have heard this like abs are made in the kitchen, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it is true that like probably 80% of anything we do is mostly how you eat.
Mhm.
Um,
So I think even when you're on Ozempic, unless you are able to change your lifestyle around
yeah.
and build on really healthy habits. So I'll give you one story. So before, remember I was telling you guys how I lost a lot of weight a few years ago?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm,
that time I was on a pill called phentermine. So phentermine is like, it's kind of like being on meth. It's weird. I mean,
Wow.
not that I've ever
What
been
is
on
it
meth, but
for?
it's like it basically gets you really wired. Like imagine taking like 100 cups of coffee, being completely wired and focused, and not being hungry at all. So I was on phentermine for 3 months, but I maintained my weight for over 2 years because during the 3 months that I took the medicine, I completely shifted
How
how
you eat.
how I eat, how I work
Yeah.
out. It took me probably about a month to get onto that loop
Yep.
where I was waking up at 4:30, I was going to the gym, getting everything done, meal prepping, and that became my habit. And then
Yeah.
can't come the pandemic, that's when I kind of lost track of everything and I was like, fuck this shit.
The
just
Which
pandemic
happens.
the
just gonna
pandemic
be a
really fucked things up for everybody because, if you think about a routine, which is so critical to human beings,
Yeah.
that went out the door. And so now with so many people working remote, the whole idea of like getting up, taking a shower, getting dressed, like looking presentable, and then actually moving, whether it's to your car from the parking lot to the building, or if it's commuting, taking the
So
train,
much work.
all that activity that we used to do is gone. I mean,
Yeah.
you should see my watch. Like, I don't move anymore because I'm constantly sitting.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go to the bathroom, but that's the amount of moving that I do for 8 fucking hours, which is
Mm-hmm.
horrible. And for most of us, I mean, we used to move way more because we were running to meetings,
Yes.
building to building, or from the car, and none of that's happening anymore. And
Yep.
then we don't have the routine. I mean, for a long time, I would just like roll out of bed. I wouldn't even brush my teeth. I was like, did I shower today? And at
Yep.
one point, I was like, this is really messing with my mental health. Like,
It's true.
yeah,
Like I have
yeah,
absolutely.
to like be fully dressed,
yeah.
like hair, makeup done for me to like, and I need a
Mhm.
dedicated room or
Yeah,
dedicated space because I can't just like sit out here and work. Like the focus is just, it's really hard for me.
yeah. I think that's really taken a toll on a lot of people. I mean, health-wise too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just and
It's
then you just
awful.
lose more motivation because 'cause I'm always like, "I'm gonna go for a walk every day." And then you're just like, you know?
Yes.
It's
No,
hard.
totally. Like
It's
for
hard.
my, like I was saying, the medication I took, that's what it did. Like you have to consciously eat different, think different,
Yeah,
have a different routine. So I'm crossing my fingers that I can maintain this for as long as I can. And I also think it was a slow burn
yeah.
Yeah.
over a
That's
long time. So I'm
important.
hoping it doesn't come back. And then, my doctor is very much like, if you don't exercise to build muscle, like forget just
Yeah,
cardio, like not even cardio,
Hmm.
like strength training, that's the best thing to keep your body from, fluctuating so much so
yeah.
Yeah.
fast.
It's a huge misconception that, like, cardio helps you lose weight. It's the whole concept is, right, like, you build muscle, muscle burns more,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what really helps you keep maintain or lose weight, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I always thought, like, when I did cardio, I would eat I'm telling you, anytime I was, like, I'm working out hardcore, I would eat way more. I
More.
just I would never lose weight because
Yeah.
I would just be, like, so
Always hungry.
hungry. So I had to stop doing cardio. That was
Mm-hmm.
my problem. I just wanted pot, man, like, lots of it.
Yes.
Lots of pop, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. This damn Peloton is not helping me." Like, I was like,
Really?
"Oh, yeah, because 'cause I'd just be more hungry."
Oh,
And then, it
Peloton
was
has
like
helped me.
we
I
got our
really want to get one.
Take mine.
it's honestly, it's great if you can get hooked like anything else. Whether it's a
Yeah,
gym membership, a Peloton, a rower, whatever it is,
I
it's
like
cool,
it.
like, you gotta but we got it before COVID
Yeah.
because I had, like, a knee issue and I could no longer run. And I was pretty good, and then when COVID happened, everybody was getting it, like, everybody was getting on in the same class, like, there was this whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And then that kinda started dying,
Yeah.
but I was, like, always so hungry, and, like, I nothing's changing because I'm just eating more. So I definitely eat way less when I'm not, like, working out.
That
That's
makes sense.
weird, but that's what happens to me.
You probably don't need as much energy, right?
But see, the thing is, like, what I really like doing is even on Peloton, they have, and a lot of apps have this, like strength training classes,
Yeah.
yoga, blah, blah, blah. They had bar. And it's like
Yeah.
10 minutes, 20 minutes, you can pick the time. I really enjoyed doing bar. It is
Bar is fun.
hard as F,
So
but
is
it's like
Pilates.
Pilates, forget about it, man.
It's
That thing,
hard.
I've never done it, but one, it's actually pretty expensive. It's like 30, $40 a session.
More than
Um,
that.
but it really, I mean, really works you out, super tone, all that good stuff, but it's really hard.
It is.
I'm going to a Legree class tomorrow.
What is
Oh,
that?
yes.
What is
They have
that?
them
That's like
here.
that's like Pilates but on crack.
Like
Yeah.
how?
I think it's like the time intention is longer,
Yeah.
so it's a bigger burn. Yeah, I don't know. I've
What's
never
it
been,
called?
so Legree.
Legree.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I'm
They
gonna look
might
it
have
up.
some in Minneapolis. They
I'm
have a
sure they
couple here
do.
too. Yeah.
This is like the fittest city ever.
Really?
Yes.
Minneapolis?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
It's
Because
cold as F
I'm
there.
rolling
They're
my eyes.
judgy. They're
I'm
judgy.
totally
I am
judgy.
totally judging too because it's cold in Minneapolis.
Oh,
Where
it
are
doesn't
you like,
matter.
how are you fit?
People do fitness activities out in the snow in sub-zero
Oh,
temperature.
have you guys heard of snowshoeing?
Yes. It's a
Yeah,
really good workout,
Yeah, I
apparently.
mean if
I'm
you're
from
if you live
Canada.
anywhere, dude. I mean
Forget it.
again, who voluntarily goes out in the cold and
This
does
is
things like
why it's so hard for me to live here because
Oh my gosh.
that's a pastime. Like this is all a pastime. There's
love it.
trails. People would bike from where Eden Prairie is what, like 15 miles from the office downtown, and there are legit trails that connect downtown to all the suburbs. And you can go from one end, like Minneapolis, St. Paul, to the other side on the Greenway.
wow.
Damn,
And people
that's
would bike to
awesome.
work. Yeah, Maya thinks it's awesome.
That's the granola in her. She loves that shit.
I mean,
I
it's a
was also
pastime.
the
Like you
one
can't.
who.
It's hard to
Yeah,
find
okay.
friends if you're not
Yeah.
water paddle boating, standing up on the water, or like
Mhm.
that. You know, like. And I have some really good friends that do all that shit, and I'll just meet them afterwards sometimes because I'm
I'll
sorry,
meet you at
like
the
this is
bar.
not my pastime. I don't know. It's hard.
Oh. Yeah. I've never had that motivation. Every year I'm like, "Oh, we're gonna go hiking more." Never
Oh no,
happens.
it
I
has to
live
be a
life.
paved path to
Yeah.
hike. I
Let's
actually
all be
told
real.
somebody, I was like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to do this hike. I got divorced and I'm like, I'm just going to try this shit and I'm going to hike. And she's like, okay, well, do you have shoes? Do you have this? Do you have that? And I was like, why do you need all that shit? Just like sneakers and
Yeah.
just hike. She's like, no. Like, that's not real hiking. So I
Mm.
haven't done that yet either.
I don't know. For real, I think hiking is just a fancy way of saying walking.
It's
No, it
hardcore.
depends on
There's
where you're going. Yeah, if
boots.
it's if
Yeah.
you're like
I
on an
mean,
incline. Well, I did the trekking in Nepal, and
right.
Yeah.
That's when you're
that
like
was
when you
crazy.
got a stick and everything, you know?
No,
A
that
stick.
shit
It's
will
more than just
that
a
shit
stick,
will
bitch.
break you.
That's the hardcore hiking. Everybody else is just walking. Those bitches in
Yes.
Lululemon pants being like,
Yes.
we're gonna go hiking in our little bachelorette party.
Yeah.
That's fucking walking,
Our
okay?
bachelorette
You just
party.
want to wear a crop top and your Lulu and just
Yes.
walk on some little hill that
I love walking. Don't get me wrong.
I do too. I love that's my me time. Like I walk, I listen to a podcast.
Yep.
And shout out, our podcast is now on Spotify and Apple.
And
So you guys
Apple.
should be listening to us when you're on your walk or hiking
Walking
or whatever the fuck you're
or
doing.
hiking.
Snowshoeing. Please listen to us. But I love that. That's like my me time. And
Yeah.
I think I learned this because my dad is a walker. Every day he walks.
It's a big desi thing.
Yeah. Every single day. And so like Gulshan Park,
Jogger
shout out to
Spark.
Gulshan Park.
Mm-hmm.
They all get together at like 4 p.m. This crew of uncles. And yeah, they do their little loops and they talk about their, God knows what. But they love it. And even when my dad comes here, the day he lands, even if he's jet lagged, he has to go for a walk.
Your dad
It's
is
kind of
super
like
fit too. Like quite
He's
a
He's just
Handsome man.
obsessed with
Yes.
walking. He does. It's
Yeah.
not like he does anything else. It's just walking.
Super
But
fit.
now
But
I've
sometimes that's all you need to do.
yeah, and I've discovered the joy of walking. You know how people are always like, running is so amazing. You get lost in your whatever. Anytime I ran, I'd be like, this sucks. Like I would run a
Yes.
block and I'd be
You're
like, oh
thinking
my
about
God.
catching your breath or
I'm
how
like,
much further you can go.
I haven't gone far and I'm dying. But walking, I'm just like, do,
Yes.
And yeah, the podcasts are really great
I
during
agree.
walks.